Good morning students, I am Subarna Chatterjee, assistant teacher from Maharani Girls High Secondary School. So today I am going to teach you geography, but before going to start any topic today, I would like to discuss with you about your syllabus. अब तिमीको सिलेबस सेम 11 जस्तै थ्योरी 70 मार्क्स को र प्र्याक्टिकल हुन्छ 30 मार्क्स को. प्र्याक्टिकल को 30 मार्क्स मै तिमीको प्रोजेक्ट मार्क्स पनि इन्क्लुड हुन्छ. अन्त तिमीको थ्योरी पेपर जुन 70 मार्क्स को छ त्यसमा 35 मार्क्स तिमीले फिजिकल जियोग्राफीबाट अटेन गर्नुपर्छ अनि 35 मार्क्स इकोनोमिक जियोग्राफीबाट अटेन गर्नुपर्छ. नाउ इन फिजिकल जियोग्राफी तिमीको टपिकहरु चाहिँ के छ? जियोमर्फिक प्रोसेसेस, वर्क अफ अन्डरग्राउन्ड वाटर, मराइन प्रोसेसेस, साइकल अफ इरोशन, ड्रेनेज पैटर्न, सोइल, एटमोस्फियर, बायोडाइभर्सिटी, मैन इन्भाइरोमेंट इंटरैक्शन. यो फिजिकल जियोग्राफी को यही 35 मार्क्स पर तिमीले एमसीक्यू, शॉर्ट आंसर र डिस्क्रिप्टिभ टाइप अटेन गर्नुपर्छ. अनदर इकोनोमिक जियोग्राफी बाट चाहिँ इकोनोमिक एक्टिविटी, primary economic activity, that is your agriculture, then secondary economic activity, industry, then tertiary economic activity, then quaternary economic activity, then quinary economic activity, then population and settlement, and the last one is your regional economic activity. And now today we are going to start your first chapter, that is geomorphic processes. We are going to do geomorphic processes, that is your first chapter. So geo meaning earth and morphe means structure or landform, forms of the land. So geomorphic process means the process which involve in the formation of the land and alteration of the earth's surface is known as geomorphic process. Formation of land भनेको landform form गर्नु, अल्टरेसन अफ द ल्यान्ड मिन्स ल्यान्डफर्ममा चेन्जेस ल्याउनु, अल्टर गर्नु, डिफ्रेन्ट प्रकारको ल्यान्डफर्म अल्टरेसन गर्नु. एन्ड देयर आर टू फोर्सेस अफ जियोमर्फिक प्रोसेसेस. one is your endogenetic force and another one is your exogenetic force. Now what is endogenetic force? The force which operate inside, the force which is acting inside the surface of the earth is known as endogenetic force, and the force which is acting on the surface of the earth is known as exogenetic force. So endogenetic forces are getting their energy from interior of the earth and exogenetic forces are getting their energy from the atmosphere like rain, wind, river and all. And endogenetic forces are also known as constructive force because it built the structure of the landform like mountain, plateaus and all. So they are called constructive force. But exogenetic forces are known as destructive force. Why? Because they are destroying the landform created by the endogenetic force. The example of endogenetic forces are earthquake, mountain building and all. An example of exogenetic forces are weathering and erosion. Now next is your gradation. Gradation is the process which attempt to remove all unevenness on the surface of the land and reduce them almost level surface. That means ग्रेडेसनले चाहिँ के काम गर्छ? ल्यान्डको अनइभननेसलाई चाहिँ के गर्छ? लेभलमा ल्याउने काम गर्छ. अब यो अनइभननेसलाई लेभलमा ल्याउने काम गर्दाखेरि देयर आर डिफ्रेन्ट एजेन्ट अफ ग्रेडेसन. केले गर्छ? रिभर, ग्लेसियर, वेभ, विन्ड एन्ड underground water. So these are the agents of gradation: river, glacier, wave, wind and underground water. Now gradation is done by two processes. One is your degradation and another one is your aggradation. So what is degradation? It is the process by which the surface is reduced in height by weathering, denudation and erosion. So degradation भनेको चाहिँ के हो? हाइट, कुनै पनि ल्यान्डको हाइट, सपोज हाइट चाहिँ रिड्युस भयो भने देन इट इज कल्ड degradation. And what is aggradation? Aggradation means is the process by which eroded material are deposited in lowland to raise their height. अब aggradation मा चाहिँ के हुँदै रहेछ, जति पनि eroded मटेरियलहरु चाहिँ त्यो ल्यान्डमा डिपोजिट भएर चाहिँ ल्यान्डको हाइट चाहिँ के हुन्छ, रेज हुन्छ. दैट इज कॉल्ड aggradation. So gradation is done by two process, one is degradation and one is aggradation. Degradation मा के हुँदो रहेछ, lowering of land, and in aggradation lands rise their height, raise their height. Now next is your weathering. Weathering means disintegration and decompositions of rock in situ by the agent of weather like temperature, rain, wind and force. That our disintegration भनेको चाहिँ के हो, breaking down of rock. Decomposition means decay of rock. Situ means same place or without any movement. Weathering भनेको चाहिँ rock चाहिँ disintegrate भएर decompose भएर टुक्रेर चाहिँ त्यही जग्गामा बस्नुलाई भन्छ weathering. There are three types of weathering. One is physical weathering, another one is chemical weathering, and another one is biological weathering. Now, what is physical weathering? It involves in the disintegration of rocks by mechanism forces. That means without changing its chemical composition. जुन प्रोसेसमा, जुन फिजिकल वेदरिङ मा चाहिँ कुनै पनि केमिकल कम्पोजिसन रक को चेन्ज नभई वेदरिङ हुन्छ, दैट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड फिजिकल वेदरिङ. अब व्हाट आर द एजेंट अफ फिजिकल वेदरिङ? टेम्परेचर, विन्ड, रेन, फोर्स आर द एजेंट अफ फिजिकल वेदरिङ. Walk of temperature change. Walk of temperature change mainly occur in desert and subtropical areas where high variation of temperature is daily temperature is noted. And the type of physical weatherings are block disintegration, exfoliation and granular disintegration. Number one is your block disintegration. So during daytime the mineral of the rock get heated and expand, but at night the temperature falls and mineral of the rock began to contract. Because of the contraction and expansion of these mineral, series of cracks and joints developed in the rock, and ultimately the rock break up into small blocks, which is known as block disintegration. And number two is your exfoliation. Exfoliation mainly occurs in homogeneous rock. Homogeneous rocks means the rocks having the rocks which are formed by same mineral. So in homogeneous rock, what happen? During the daytime the surface layer get heated and expand, but the underlying rock layer remain comparatively cooler. So due to repeated expansion, the surface layer detached from the underlying layer, just like an onion is peeled off in the layers, leaving behind spherical surface, which is known as exfoliation. And third one is your granular disintegration. Granular disintegration mainly occur in heterogeneous rock. That means the rock composed of various minerals. So different mineral in the rock have different coefficient of expansion. Due to variety of it, various mineral contract and expand at different rates. This result is complex formation of cracks in the rock, and it break up into grains, which is known as granular disintegration. Work of forced action. अब टेम्परेचर को अघि हामीले वर्क अफ टेम्परेचरले गर्दाखेरि कुन जग्गामा डेजर्ट र सब ट्रपिकल एरियाजमा कसरी वर्क अफ टेम्परेचर प्रिडोमिनेट भएको थियो, त्यसरी नै वर्क अफ फोर्स चाहिँ कहाँनिर हुन्छ, कोल्ड कन्ट्रिज र हाई अल्टिट्युड्समा चाहिँ फोर्स एक्सन बेसी हुन्छ. कसरी? आफ्टर द रेनफल सम वाटर एन्टर्ड इन्टु द क्र्याक्स एन्ड जोइन्ट्स अफ द रक in daytime, but at night due to fall of temperature the water is freezes. These frozen forests expand and require more space. These joint and cracks widen, and in time the rock break up into pieces. अब फोर्स एक्सनले गर्दाखेरि के हुन्छ, जुन मर्निङको रेन वाटर एन्टर भएको थियो त्यो चाहिँ बेलुका टेम्परेचर फल भएकोले गर्दा फ्रोजन भएर के हुन्छ, फ्रोजन आइसको भोल्युम बढेर चाहिँ एक्सप्यान्ड हुन्छ, अन्त क्र्याक जति थियो त्यो अझै वाइडर हुँदै गएर चाहिँ एट अ टाइम द रक ब्रेक अप इन्टु पीसेस. Now this is for your physical weathering. Now next is your chemical weathering. Chemical weathering means the process in which disintegration and decomposition of the rock is done by chemical means. That means changing its chemical composition. Now rain is the main agent of chemical weathering. Chemical weathering मा चाहिँ सबभन्दा इम्पोर्टेन्ट चाहिँ के हुन्छ, rainfall. Now the different action involved in chemical weathering are carbonation, oxidation, hydration and solution. So what is carbonation? Carbonation is the chemical weathering in which atmospheric carbon dioxide with constituent of the rock combines with the rainwater to form a carbonic acid. The next is your oxidation. Oxidation means it is the addition of oxygen into the mineral of the rock in presence or absence of water. Due to oxidation, the color of rock is changed in red, yellow or brown, and the rock started decaying. And third one is your hydration. Hydration means it is the process in which water combines with a mineral. When rainwater enters in rock, it increases the volume of rock and reduces the mineral to a powder. And the last is your solution. Solution means is the process in which some mineral are dissolved in water. The mineral like limestone, rock salt, gypsums are dissolved in water. These minerals removed from the removed from the rock in solution, and the rock get decayed. So these four are the action involved in chemical weathering: carbonation, oxidation, hydration and solution. Now the last one is your biological weathering. When the decay of rock or breaking of rock is done by plant and animal, then it is called biological weathering. So with this we finished three types of weathering: physical weathering, chemical weathering and biological weathering. Now the last effect of weathering. Weathering is a slow process, but it creates different types of, or it affects on different types of landform. Number one is your mass wasting. So when physical weathering and chemical weathering occurs together, so it started losing rock structures. So in mass wasting is the downslope movement of the rock debris under the influence of gravity. Where we have high mass wasting is occur in steep slope and low mass wasting is occur in gentle slope. Then next is outcropping of rock. Outcropping of rock means weathering wears away the top cover and the underlying rock layer come out and it exposed to view. Weathering ले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ rock को first layer remove भएर next को second layer चाहिँ earth मा surface मा के हुन्छ, exposed हुन्छ. And the third is increased soil fertility. Weathering adds fertility in the soil. Fertility in the soil. And fourth one is formation of soil. Weathering also contribute to formation of soil. How? It decay rock beds to form loose soil covering.